Hey, it's Ryan Gillard here at Real Broker, your Calgary Realtor, and today I'll take you through my newest listing here in Acadia. This is a 1,000 square foot bungalow with a suited legal basement, and I'll also take you through this neighborhood. I'll give you a community tour. Now, Acadia is one of the best family neighborhoods in the city, ultra convenient. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, I'm going to show you on the map where Acadia is. So here's downtown Calgary, and Acadia is this neighborhood right here, about maybe 10 minutes from the downtown core. And I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. So I would say the inner city of Calgary can be defined, in my opinion, everything kind of south of 16th Avenue to Crowchild Trail to Glenmore to the Deerfoot. This whole chunk of the city, I would say, is the inner city. And as you can see, Acadia is just outside of the inner city. So it's a very centrally located, very convenient neighborhood. And I almost moved here myself. Just because of how convenient it is. As a realtor, I work in all four quadrants, so I wanted a place that has good, easy access roads to get in and out of. And as you can see in the map here, we've got Glenmore Trail that runs east-west throughout the city, easy to connect to that from Acadia. We've got Deerfoot Trail, which is the busiest freeway, runs north-south, and it's kind of like the eastern boundary of Acadia. We've got McLeod Trail, which runs from downtown Calgary out of the city limits. That forms the western boundary of Acadia, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. And in the neighborhood itself, you've got Heritage Drive forms the northern boundary, lots of kind of shops and stuff like that on Heritage Drive. We've got Blackfoot Trail right here. Now, Blackfoot Trail used to be like the highway in Calgary before the Deerfoot was developed. So Blackfoot is actually fairly quick, and it's a very convenient road to get from about South Calgary over here all the way to the downtown core. The south boundary is Southland Drive, which connects to the Deerfoot Trail. And running down the middle of Acadia is Fairmount Drive, fairly quick road, and you've got Acadia Drive as well. And on McLeod Trail, I'll touch into this later on, it's from downtown into like pretty much the city limits. McLeod Trail has all sorts of shops, restaurants, services, car dealerships. There's like the South Center Mall. There's all sorts of services on the McLeod Trail, so it's a very convenient, just a very convenient location. And if I zoom out here, we've got easy access to Chinook Centre, which is over here. This is the largest shopping mall in Calgary. We've got the Glenmore Reservoir. We've got Fish Creek Park down here in the south. We've got the Bow River on the eastern edge of Acadia. This yellow section right here, this is a giant shopping centre called Deerfoot Meadows. And again, from Acadia to get to downtown, I'd say it's about 10 minutes. So that's a good quick rundown of the neighborhood. It's just a very family-friendly, safe, and convenient location. And next up, I'm going to talk about some of the schooling options, which I think is one of the main reasons people move into this neighborhood. And people often ask me, where are the best family-friendly neighborhoods in the city? I would definitely say Acadia is one of them because they have so many schools. So if you just pull up Wikipedia and type in Acadia Calgary, and go to the education section, there's a whole bunch of schools. So there's Acadia Elementary, Alice M. Curtis Elementary, Andrew Davison Bilingual, David Thompson Junior High, Ecole de la Source, Fred Parker Elementary, Lord Beaverbrook Senior High School. I believe this is the biggest high school in Calgary. Foundations for the Future, and there's some Catholic schools, Ecole St. Cecilia and Ecole St. Matthew Elementary. And if I show you on the map here, here's Acadia. Basically, everything that's green here is a school with a giant field. And for kids, there's parks all over the place, and most of these schools are walking distance when you're in Acadia. And there's also Bishop Brandon High School, which is over here, technically in the neighborhood of Haysboro, but still you can probably walk to Haysboro from Acadia. So there's no shortage of schooling options in Acadia. Again, it's very family-friendly, very safe, and all these schools are walkable if you're living in this neighborhood. So I would put a star beside this neighborhood if you're looking for something that is very family-friendly, that is not ultra expensive, that also has a very good, convenient location that's not too far from downtown. And next up, let's talk about some of the real estate options and prices. Now, I would say about 75% of the properties for sale in Acadia are single-family homes. Most of them are like the bungalows from like the 60s and 70s. But there are some chunks of condos as well. So let's talk about the pricing here. So the total residential price, this is the average of single-family homes, townhouses, and condos, is $533,400, and that is up 14.9% year over year. For detached homes, which is again is the bulk of the properties here, average price about $654,400. And for townhouses, not that many townhouses here, but there are some. Average price about $337,000. And apartments, they're fairly affordable in Acadia, about $233,700 on average. You can find some condos here from like $150 to say $300-ish, and the odd one here and there that are a bit more expensive. But there's a lot of very affordable entry-level condos in Acadia, and I'll actually show you one here. One second. So here's one that sold. This one sold March the 6th, not too far back, and it sold for $185,000. So pretty attractive price. 754 square feet. So it was actually a decent-sized condo as well. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and I'll just show you some of the photos here. So even had some renovations, and it looks move-in ready. And all of this for $185,000. So let's talk about the single-family detached properties next. And I've pulled up the benchmark properties. Now, the benchmark stat is kind of like the average, but the real estate board uses it. It's kind of like the most common. I'm not sure how they calculate it, but it's kind of like the average. So if we look at single-family one-story bungalow-type properties, they account for 60% of the properties in Acadia. And on average, they're about 1,158 square feet. The lot size is 5,500, so a bit smaller than the typical, 50 by 120 foot lot, but still fairly big. 3 bedrooms above grade, built in 1962. 1 bedroom below grade. 2 full bathrooms. A totally finished basement, and the benchmark price is about $653,400. And I'll actually take you through my newest listing as well, which kind of fits right into this category and give you a hands-on look at it. And for my newest listing, I'll just go through some of the details here. So the address is 727 Avonlea Place. List price is $700,000, and it is a bungalow with a legal basement suite. Now, most basements in Calgary are illegal, but this one is actually legal. It's 1,050 square feet, 3 bedrooms above grade, kind of your classic bungalow design. So again, 3 bedrooms upstairs, 2 full bathrooms, 1 bedroom in the legal basement suite. Home is on a 50 by 100 foot lot, and it has a double detached garage. And I'll take you through some of the interior shots as well. Now, this is a tenant-occupied property, so it doesn't show as well as it could. It's a bit cluttered, but what can you do? And if you look past all of that, it's actually in very good shape, as you can see here. It's just a bit cluttered, but nothing wrong with that. And since the owner bought it in 2012, he's pretty much upgraded everything. There's a few things here and there still, but for the most part, everything is move-in ready. And here is the downstairs basement suite. And again, this property fits kind of right in the average area, average price range in Acadia, between $650 to say $720-ish. You see a lot of these bungalow properties selling in that range. And last up, let's talk about the amenities and services around the Acadia area. And first up, let's talk about shopping and dining. So I already mentioned earlier, we have Chinook Centre, which is a major shopping mall. I think it's the biggest in Calgary with stores, restaurants, and entertainment options. We've also got South Centre Mall, just south of Acadia. Another giant shopping center. All along McLeod Trail, we've got, again, restaurants, shops, bars, services, stuff like that. And throughout the neighborhood, there's various grocery stores, restaurants, and cafes directly within the community. Other notable shopping centers in Acadia are the Heritage Square Shopping Center, Acadia Shopping Center, and nearby is the Bonaventure Shopping Center as well. So no shortage of easy-to-access shopping centers. In terms of recreation and fitness, we've got the Acadia Recreation Complex. This has like ice rinks, fitness center, different courts, and various sports programs. We've also got the Acadia Aquatic and Fitness Center, which is a public swimming pool with fitness facilities. There's also the Acadia Athletic Park, which is an outdoor sports field for soccer, baseball, and stuff like that. And there's also the Acadia Tennis Club, which has which has tennis courts and programs for all ages. And just throughout the neighborhood, there's all sorts of school fields, parks, and pathways and stuff like that. And we've also got very easy access to the Bow River, which has a lot of dog parks, pathways for biking and outdoor activities. And you can also say the same thing about Fish Creek Park, which is just south of Acadia. Very easy access. And throughout the neighborhood, you'll also see different community gardens for residents to grow their own produce and stuff like that. And again, there's all sorts of playgrounds and picnic areas. In terms of healthcare, there's the Heritage Medical Clinic, which is for general healthcare services, all sorts of different dental and pharmacies and stuff like that throughout the neighborhood. And for public transportation, I didn't mention this earlier, there's actually 2 C-train stops in the Acadia area. So we've got the Heritage and Southland stations, which provide convenient access to people in the Acadia area. And again, there's all sorts of bus routes and really efficient transportation routes throughout the area too. And lastly, there are some community services as well. We've got the Acadia Community Association, which hosts events and has different programs. Different public libraries. Nearby is the Fish Creek Library, not too far away. And there's different churches and religious centers throughout the neighborhood as well. So all in all, I'd say Acadia is just a well-rounded and convenient neighborhood for its residents, offering a balance of recreational, educational, and essential services. Now, if you are thinking about making a move, I'd love to help you out. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'd love to help you out, and I'll see you on the next video.